After this white guy has literally said every single thing he needs to say about black people, on how he don't care about black people, he now realized that he has black friends. See, if I am this guy's black friends, they're not even supposed to be his friends anymore, because this guy has literally showed you that there is nothing about you that is good. There is nothing literally about you that he care about. So if he has black friends around him, I'm not just going to be seeing this is just TikTok videos. Because as it stands now, I think he has even deactivated his account or something like that. The black friends need to be extra more careful, or even give him a lot of distance. Now, he is coming to apologize with this particular video because a lot of people have been insulting him, his family, and so on and so forth. So when he now come to the realization is, he finally realized that he has a black friend, two black friends that are his best buddies. And apart from that, what really made him to now start coming back to his senses was because a lot of people were actually attacking his family in the comment section. Anyways, he is quite on the run right now as far as I'm concerned, because even if you go to search for his accounts, you're no longer going to see his accounts. The account is deactivated. But one thing with social media is, the more you are dropping, will help you and download it before you will delete it. So even when he deleted a lot of things because he did not want anybody to actually have a trace, he has already made his own mark. And the mark he made is a very negative one and not a positive one. Anyways, welcome back. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and let's get right into this video so that you guys can actually see this particular video and let me know what you think. Make sure you watch from beginning to the end, because this content is just small, right? Let's go.
All right, good morning. I wanted to come on here and apologize to everybody for the TikTok that I made last night. I understand that it was insensitive, it was rude, and it was racist, and I want to say that I'm sorry to everybody that I offended, people that it could actually relate and hurt their feelings, and everything else that somebody could have, taken from the video. I want to say that I'm sorry, and I understand that my actions are wrong, and actions do have consequences, but leave my family out of it. If you want to bash me, you can bash me in the TikTok section. If you want to message me, you can message me all you want, but leave my family out of this. I understand what I did. I understand it has consequences, and I am sorry. But I wanted to come over here and apologize for what I did, and I understand fully from the deepest and, coldest parts of my heart that that was wrong, and I shouldn't have done that, and it won't happen again. So if anybody's got any questions, you can ask me, but I want to let you know that I'm cool with everybody, and I don't hate y'all either. Two of my closest friends are black, and they thought it was funny. So that's that. So I just want to say I'm sorry, uncalled for, and it won't happen again. So I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. Praise God, and I love you guys. Two of my closest friends are black, and they thought it was funny.
I'm just curious to hear from you, since you said you're open to questions, just what part of it was funny and what part that they found funny. Because I don't think that you understand exactly what you were saying and why it's so significant, because it's rooted in historically racist rhetoric. The fact that you were joking about how black people don't have a father in the picture. So I just want you to understand why it's not funny. And just because you have two black friends who thought it was funny, did they really? Because it sounds to me like you're not a safe white person or a safe friend. So it could also be that they were laughing because they didn't know how else to respond. Just want you to be mindful about that.
Sees him. Boy is cooked and he doesn't even know it. Boy was hoping for that ha ha he he moment, but baby, oh, the comment section is eating him up. And what really gets me about this type of post is that he has no views without this post, right? Nothing. His account he barely has an account, but it just goes to show people like him will use racism just to get views. And not only that, Boy, your profiles are too public for you to be doing all this. It was, let me tell you, found you in an instant. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, all of them. Like, in the sense of just like, I wouldn't have done that. Your place of job, your work, like, you know what? Ease up. Go easy, because right at this point, your comment section got you looking real, you know what I mean? I'd step away if I were you. I'd step away. You know what? Issue that apology. You still got time. You still got time to issue that apology.
Two of my closest friends are black, and they thought it was funny.
Where they at? Do they know you're playing on their top? Tell them to come on down, because if you're going to use them as your shield, we need to see them. Tell them we want to see them in a Kia. Come on, drive by down right by us, because we need to talk. Because at this point, you have said things that were clearly racist, and now you want to backpedal and say, just talk to me. No. Stand 10 toes. Stand 10 toes. It's funny because I went in and you must have think that I didn't see this message here. This one. Hold on. Remember how a few moments ago, this was less than like 20, 30 minutes ago, you had wrote, notice how I don't get offended? Notice how you're now on an apology tour and now you're using your two black friends? Tell them to come on down. As Braid King says, if y'all don't follow Braid King, I want to see you in a Kia. We need to see you. You can't just use them as your shield. Bring them out. Now it's, my family. You got to keep the same energy now.
It genuinely gives zero about your guys' feelings, and I will come on here and say all the uncomfortable truths that everybody knows is true, but absolutely nobody will talk about. Black people are the most racist individuals that there is in 2025. As a white person, I certainly can't go to a black community and feel safe. But when they come to white communities, it's like they're in Disneyland. I used to be an addict, so every time I'd go down to Newark, I would have to make sure I was strapped. I don't think they have to feel the same way about going out in a white community. Matter of fact, they can come here and say whatever they want. They can call me white boy this, white boy that, white whatever the and I'm just simply not going to comply with the double standard. I genuinely do not care one bit about your guys' feelings, and I'll tell you the truth. And the truth is, in 2025, white kids are being raised to be accepting individuals, and it's not the other way around. And everybody knows that.
And he's absolutely right. I gotta be objective. I gotta call a spade a spade. And I think that there is some nuance here. So let's go ahead and get the pleasantries out of the way. Of course, there are some still racist white people. Of course, there are racist black people. Of course, there are some white people that raise their children to be a little bit more demonic. And of course, there are black people to raise their children to be a little bit more demonic. So nobody's a monolith. And when we talk about the majority, not the minority. So now that we got the pleasantries out of the way, let's ask ourselves this question. Is it the truth? Is it the truth, and why? And I think that the why is what we then explore after we evaluate if it's the truth. And from my perspective, as a black person that, understand that we have to be a part of the Democrat plantation, and, that the label, because be honest with you, like, I get called out of my name because I'm objective enough to actually see the truth from what it is, and I divest myself from the idea that all white people are bad, or all Jewish people are bad, or all this is bad. And so when we then get rid of that mentality, you start to see it. The veil is lifted from your eyes. And if you go into some of these households and you talk amongst these circles, and white people are now being able to see it for themselves because racist black people feel comfortable saying whatever it is that they want to say. And when he even described the whole idea of they can say white boy this, white boy that, if you say black boy this, black boy that as a white person, you are 1000% going to be labeled as racist. White people are labeled as racist before they ever even open up their mouth. If black people think you stare at them wrong, you racist. If you didn't get the job, you racist. If you are called out on your behavior on a Carnival cruise ship, oh, I can't believe they don't want the black dollar. Like, you will never hear openly people say, I can't believe they don't want the white dollar. You know what I'm saying? And so the litmus test is always, if you don't feel comfortable with somebody doing to you what you...
Now, let me make this clear.
I've been marked safe from inviting anybody to the cookout. Not one plate, not one chair, not even a solo cup full of sweet tea. Because every time we hand out invitations, somebody shows up just to eat and then dips the second it gets real. Black folks have always been too generous, too forgiving. That's survival, though. I guess it's in our DNA. Enslaved people had nothing but still fed everybody. During Jim Crow, our kitchens and living rooms became safe havens for people who didn't deserve it. We opened the door because nobody opened theirs for us. That's the real cookout. A symbol of belonging when the world called us disposable. But look at what it's turned into. Now one white person says one decent thing about racism and suddenly they get a plate, they get an invite. They drop a TikTok dancing off beat or mouthing the words to some new song. And y'all out here acting like that's solidarity. Y'all remember that lady in the bathroom? Yeah, come on now. Please. Meanwhile, the second it's inconvenient, they flip. They take the rhythm, they take the slang, they take the culture, but when it's time to defend Black life, they're nowhere to be found. Or worse, they're standing right there with the people that are trying to bury us. Stop being so surprised by these people, y'all. At the end of the day, they are people. And people disappoint. And don't get me wrong, because I get it. We want people to hold us the same way that we hold them. But history says otherwise, right? Reconstruction, we trusted alliances and got betrayed into Jim Crow. Civil rights, we invited everybody to march and still got sold out by policy. We keep setting the table and they keep taking the food and leaving us to clean the dishes. And at some point you gotta admit, the cookout ain't community anymore. It's a hustle for them. So no, I don't hand out cookout invites. I don't care if you know how to season chicken or recite Kendrick lyrics. I don't care if you dated somebody Black in college. None of that makes you safe. Because the cookout isn't a meme. It's history. And my ancestors didn't endure the whip, the rope, the fire, just so I could be handing out free passes to people that only show up for the vibe. What'd I look like? Please. The grill is closed. Show up for the fight and prove yourself. Or stay hungry.
Anyways, welcome back. That's all the clip I got for you guys. So after realizing that two of his friends they actually find this funny, and please, I don't want you to actually insult me. If you want to insult me, insult me. Don't insult my parents. Don't bring my family into this. Oh, it is so painful to drag your family into this. You did not know that the moment you start saying trash on the internet, obviously you are dragging yourself, not only yourself, your family, and even your generations to come into it. No, that is why when we preach to people and tell them, mind what you said on the internet spaces, no, they just want to get that fast views. They just want to blow up. They just want to get likes. They just want to get comments. So he was thinking that that particular video will actually generate every single thing he is actually looking for. But right now, accounts nowhere to be found. Accounts is nowhere to be found. Because why? That thing he was actually putting out that he think is going to come out positive is actually coming out on the negative end. And you can see from the second to the last clip that I played for you guys, where this particular white guy said something, and that's why I actually added the clip to this one. He said he don't care about the feelings or what we feel as Black people, but one thing he know for sure is Black people are racist. So how is Black people racist? It's something that I would have loved to ask him. Let me hear from him so that he can actually explain how in God's name Black people are racist. Right? I just want to know. I just want to know, because you see these little kids of now, I call them little kids because look at their faces now. They are children, they are babies, that they are still eating, mommy, thank you, daddy, I'm grateful. So they don't really know the value of what to put out there. Or you see them just getting small access to internet. They just go ahead and say every single thing they want to say. Now you are bringing an apology because your family is being dragged into it. My man, who will drag your family into this? We are not only going to drag your family, we'll drag your generations into this. Yes, actions have consequences. That is the consequences you need to suffer. So you think we are just going to keep quiet when you say you don't care about our feelings, you don't know what we feel. As far as you're concerned, you said all manner of nonsense in that video. Now you're coming out with an apology video because now You have seen that people are coming for your family. The way you were thinking that a lot of white folks are going to like be clicking and be telling you, oh, that's good, great job, keep it up. Whoa, we're happy, we're proud about you. It's no longer going like that. And now you're coming back to cry. And you said we should not drag. We are dragging even your generation to this. That is the truth. People should learn to know what to put out there. Learn to know how to relate to your fellow folks. Because you do not know who will literally save you in any single environment you find yourself. You don't know who will save you. You can imagine me going to a bank and I met one of my old clients when I was still working. When I was still working, this particular client, like he has money. And whenever he comes to where I was working, he always give us tips and so on and so forth. But when I saw him in a bank, he was not looking like the person I know anymore because I don't know what happened. And knowing someone that is very, very wealthy and now you're seeing him in another different state, like the clothes he was even wearing was not even looking so presentable. I have to walk towards him and I was like, so what happened? Oh, you remember me? And we exchanged pleasantries. He never knew in his lifetime that me and him were going to meet in the bank. And then when I was driving out, I was like, oh, hop into the car, let me drive you. Let me drop you since we are going towards the same direction, right? He hopped into the car and we get talking and it was like things went bad for him. Things went south for him, east, west, north, and south. And guys, guess what? The person that the man was once helping, he was once helping me. I have to get some money, some cash, and give it to him. And he was thanking me, blah, blah, blah. We exchanged contact, and so on and so forth. So you don't even know who you're going to be. You don't even know who is going to be your destiny helper. Maybe the next thing I'm going to be seeing this face will be in Nigeria. Probably maybe he come for something at all or something and we're going to... But you do not mind what you keep on the internet. You just went ahead to keep wrapping your mouth. I just hope we're able to train our kids very well so that they don't come outside and disgrace us, so that our kids don't come outside and make people insult us when we do not even deserve any single insults. Anyways, if you have not subscribed, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And I stand a chance to be corrected, so feel free to correct me in the comment section. With no further ado, I'm going to be Simba and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.